So I want to do a relatively quick video for any of you guys out there that own a Suzuki Samurai. This little thing right here happens to almost all of us. They're a really crappy plastic, and honestly, the door latch works pretty well okay. And at one point in time, you're going to pull just a little too hard, the thing snaps off, and it's really annoying. So go to lowrangeoffroad.com. You can pick up aluminum inner door handles and exterior door handles, because those also, and I'll show you the tab that typically breaks on those. But I figured for any of you guys trying to do this, I'd do a quick walkthrough on how to do it. It's pretty fast, pretty easy. These are pretty cheap. Even if yours haven't broke, it's not a bad idea, because you can do what we're doing. Put your door on your desk. Everything's right here in front of you, and it's a pretty straightforward job. So let's get into it. All right, so your first step is you want to take off the door handle, the cover to your latch, your window crank, and then your door catch. With this window crank, you actually need, I use the word need loosely, this specialty tool, which basically there's this little clip in here, like that. This tool comes under like that, slips in here, and then pops that clip off, and then you can easily just pull it off. So next thing we're gonna do is pull the door panel off, so let's get it. All right, let's get an update real quick. Pull the interior panel off, just so that you guys can see the mounting holes, the pattern of it, in case you are also trying to do this on your Samurai. That's them. The little pins just look like this. I just used a flat-headed screwdriver. It went pretty easy. There is a specialized tool if you want to get it, or if you already have it. It makes your life a little bit easier. All right, so once that got pulled off, I undid the two screws here, which allowed me to get this bracket loose. And then if you followed your actuator for the locking mechanism, it'll bring you in here. And if you see this little green tab right over here, you take a flat-headed screwdriver to the end of that and pry that apart, which is what will allow you to slip this thing out. It basically kind of pulls this direction here, because you want this whole thing to come out. So once that happens, then you're able to rotate your lock there, which then you can slip this piece of actuator out. Because what we're gonna end up doing is this little X here, we're gonna grind that down flat and then punch that thing through, and that's how we're gonna replace everything. So I'm gonna get at it. The next step is gonna be the exterior door handle, which you can see I've already got out. This pin here, this door handle was like that, was just in that hole, and I just took a screwdriver, pried it out, came out really easy, super simple. Two 10mm bolts, this whole thing slides up and out. So what we're gonna do next is these pins right here gotta go. So I'm probably gonna grind these washers and this whole end. You can also drill it out however you choose to do it, but you wanna get that pin out. You also wanna note the orientation of this spring, because once you pull that pin, you're gonna want to remember when you try to put it back together. So I'm going to go ahead, pull these pins, get this thing apart, and get it ready for the new handles. All right, guys. So we got our handle all put together. Like I said, we cut these the pins all apart. There's just these little screws and bushings that come in the kit. Also, it comes with this little piece. I'm not sure what you call that. But I spent the time pulling the old one out, which was stupid. So don't do that. But basically, we're going to take this, put it back in. I've got my inside door latch all put together, got that thing clipped back together. We'll get this in. I don't know why, but I just like to always keep this sound deadening, air deadening, whatever it really does. I like to keep it in there, so we'll get that stuck back in there, get the panel back in, get everything put back together, show you guys the end result, that everything works, and then we'll probably wrap this video up. So let's get finished. All right, boys and girls. She's all done. Check it out. All in all, the job was more than I thought, but realistically, it took an hour to do this one because it's our first one. I bet we're done with the other one in 30 minutes. The feel of the latches is just so good. I would encourage you, so when I had this thing all apart, I went ahead and oiled up the latch mechanism and the key mechanism from the inside just to make things move a little bit more smoothly, but this is, it's fantastic. So I think that pretty much wraps it up for today. If you just subscribed, thank you. If you've always been a faithful subscriber, I want to thank you as well. And we'll catch you next time.